Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm Sue.oneschuk, and I'm here to continue the workbook lessons of A Course in Miracles. And today we are on lesson 129. So today's lesson is beyond this world, there is a world I want. A little different from yesterday's lesson, which was the world I see holds nothing that I want. And now it is expressing that there is a world that we want beyond this world. Again, so it says here, this is the thought. Beyond this world, there is a world I want. That follows from the one, again, as I said, that we practiced yesterday. You cannot stop with the idea the world is worthless. For unless you see that there is something else to hope for, you'll only be depressed. Our emphasis is not on giving up the world, but on exchanging it for what is far more satisfying, filled with joy, and capable of offering you peace. Think you this world can offer that to you? It's quite a question. It might be worth a little time to think once more about the value of this world. Perhaps you'll concede there is no loss in letting go all thought of value here. The world you see is merciless indeed, unstable, cruel, unconcerned with you, quick to avenge, and pitiless with hate. It gives but to rescind and takes away all things that you have cherished for a while. No lasting love is found, for none is here. This is the world of time, where all things end. So you might want to ask yourself, does the world, of all the idols, does it truly bring you peace and love? That's a question to really be honest with yourself about. It says, is it a loss to find a world instead where losing is impossible, where love endures forever, hate cannot exist, and vengeance has no meaning? Is it loss to find all things you really want and know they have no ending and they will remain exactly as you want them throughout time? Yet, even they will be exchanged at last for what we cannot speak of. For you go from there to where words fail entirely, into a silence where the language is unspoken and yet surely understood. Communication, unambiguous and plain as day, remains unlimited for all eternity. And God himself speaks to his son as his son speaks to him. Their language has no words, for what they say cannot be symbolized. Their knowledge is direct and wholly shared and wholly one. How far away from this are you who stay bound to this world? And yet here are you, let me read that again. And yet how near are you when you exchange it for the world that you want? Now is the last step certain. Now you stand an instant space away from timelessness. Here can you look forward, never back to see again the world you do not want. Let's read that again. Here you but look forward, never looking back, to see again the world you do not want. Here is the world that comes to take its place as you unbind your mind from little things. The world sets forth to restore your prisoner, or to destroy. Boy, okay, let me read it again. Here is the world that comes to take its place as you unbind your mind from little things. The world sets forth to keep you prisoner. That's what we're doing. We're unbinding, we're undoing the ego thought system. So again, so we can be freed up from the things that the world set forth to keep us a prisoner. You know, we're either a host to God or we're a hostage to an ego. Hostage to an ego is being a prisoner. So it says to value them not, and they will disappear. Esteem them, and they will seem real to you. The world seems real to you. You think we can find the happiness in that new car? And yes, we will for a moment. But what happens when that car gets broken down or damaged? Where's the happiness? Such is the choice. We get to choose here now. What loss can be for you in choosing not to value nothingness? Not to value nothingness. We're valuing nothingness. This world holds nothing that you really want. But what you choose instead, you want indeed. Let it be given you today. It waits but for your choosing. For you, you're choosing it to take the place of all the things you seek but do not want. You only think again, those things will bring you the happiness and the love and the peace. It says here to practice your willingness to make this change 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes at night, and once more in between. That's all. 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes at night. And again, once more in between. And you begin with this and say, beyond this world, there is a world I want. I choose to see that world instead of this. For here is nothing that I really want. I know I want God. I want love. I want peace. It says, then to close your eyes upon the world you see, and in the silent darkness, watch the lights that are not of this world light one by one until till where one begins, another ends, loses all meaning as they blend in one. Today, the lights of heaven bend to you, to shine upon your eyelids as you rest beyond the world of darkness. Here is light. Your eyes cannot behold, and yet your mind can see it plainly and can understand. A day of grace is given you, and we give thanks. This day we realize that what you feared to lose was only loss. Now, do you understand? There is no loss, for we have seen its opposite at last, and we are granted that the choice is made. Or we are grateful that the choice is made. Remember your decision hourly and take a moment to confirm your choice by laying by whatever thoughts you have and dwelling briefly only upon this. The world I see holds nothing that I want. And beyond this world, there is the world I want to see. Lesson 129 is beyond this world, there is a world I want. And the purpose of this lesson today is to have a day of grace, in which you see the world that you really want. And through this, you will realize that giving up, again, it says in here, the world you do not want is a giving up of nothing, The ego is nothing. The world is nothing, because whatever changes is not real. So we're giving up nothing in order to gain everything. And with God, everything is possible. God is limitless. You are limitless. So this lesson is telling us there is a timelessness. There is a timeless world. And but while we still believe that we're a body and we're looking through these bodies' eyes, and that we believe in the false image, the egoic image that we've created, we're not going to see the real world. That's why we're doing this work. That's why we're practicing these lessons, to undo that, to undo the ego thought system. And we really need to be radically self-honest and defenseless. We are terrified, afraid, terrified to be really authentic or accountable, or you might say committed. So in our being authentic and honest, it's the opposite. Being authentic and honest is being our holy self. And it is the opposite to specialness, to being special. And it's the opposite to how the world perceives love. And we need to be willing to be real and authentic. This is why we need to truly practice these lessons and the holy instant. And with that, we'll have an experience of God's love. It is through the practice, giving up any of our egoic thinking, giving it over to the Holy Spirit, asking to see things differently, forgiving ourselves for any place that we've made ourselves wrong or the world wrong, just to give it up. In that space, then what's available is to see what is real. And again, the emphasis, though, in this lesson is not. It says it in paragraph 1, line 3, that our emphasis is saying is not in giving up the world, but on exchanging it for what is far more satisfying, filled with joy, and capable of offering you peace. We get to choose, peace and love, joy, happiness, or we continue to be in fear, coming from scarcity thinking, coming from lack, coming from wrong, I'm wrong, you're wrong, coming from attack or judgment. So choose. We get to choose. We have choice. And it's telling us, when we give up this latter part that I expressed in terms of the ego thought system, we have what this lesson is bringing to us today, which is beyond this world. There is a world that I want. There is a better way. So continue to practice the lessons, and you will experience more and more of those holy instants and the peace and the joy and the love, which is our, and the happiness and the abundance, which is our divine inheritance. That's God's will. That's God's will. All right. So that is lesson 129. And I look forward to being with you in the next lesson for lesson 130. And please, in the meantime, push the like button there. Comment. Your comments are appreciated. And even if you put a thumbs up or a heart, that makes a difference to the algorithms so that this community can continue to build. And we are building. And what else is there to do? I said like, comment, and share. Share this video out. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. And that's it for today. And if you go below the video on YouTube, you will see the description. And in there, you go look beyond more. And if you click on the more part, you will see there's some other references there, some other resources to help to support you in your practice and study of the Course in Miracles. And also for those of you that wish to do so, your donations are welcome. And the directions are there below in the description, right below this video. All right. Have a miracle-filled day. And remember, in the moment, all there is to ask the Holy Spirit to see things differently when you're feeling out of your peace. All right. Look forward to being with you, as I said, in the next video. And until then, much love.